Hi folks, I'm the Bald Guy, and these are Bald Guy Basics. Today I am making a video regarding the Neotec top handle chainsaw. It's the NCS 2500 chainsaw. A little bit of background to the saw. I was cutting wood a week or so ago, and I went to my shop to buy a couple of chains. I've got a couple of steel saws. In fact, I've got 3 of them. And while I was there, I was looking at the saw that I had bought 6 years ago, and it had increased nearly 25% in price. I bought the saw for $400. It was about $480 or $490 now. With tax, it's going to be over $500. So that's about a 25% increase. But my saw's running great. I didn't need to buy that one, so big fat hairy deal. But I have been kind of considering a top handle saw for trimming in tight spaces. And the steel saws were in the mid 600s. So I came home and I looked online and I found the Neotec saw. I actually found it on eBay. You can find it on Amazon from anywhere from $139 to $159 is what I have found. I found this particular one on for I found a discount on eBay for a brand new saw. And when I got the saw, to my dismay, the saw has a, right here, it has a priming bulb. And when I pressed the priming bulb, it would not pick up fuel. I like the feel of the saw, the appearance of the saw. So I emailed the seller, and the seller said, look, we've run into this before. Check the fuel lines. They're, for whatever reason, sometimes they are pinched, and he recommended, he said, look, I'll cover the saw for you if you can't get it fixed. Now, I'm not a saw mechanic, but you know, how hard could it be? So I did remove a panel or two, found the fuel lines, and was able to just, without any tools, just to move them over and put the panel back on. And the saw has run fine ever since. So in talking with the seller, he asked, would you make a video? So if you have the Neotec 2500 saw, the top handle saw, I'm going to demonstrate for you today how to take the panel off, where to find the gas lines, and how easy it is to fix. So we're going to shift the angle of the camera here, and I'll show you how easy this is. You're going to need one tool, a Phillips head screwdriver. Let's get started. On top of the saw here, there's only one panel that you're going to need to replace, and that's this panel here. It's the panel with the warning sticker. There is a screw here in the bottom left corner and then in the top right corner. So what we're going to do, always work in an area where you have a good place to put your parts, and that, by that I mean the screws. I have found those magnetized trays that you can get make a nice receptacle. I'm going to use the chain box that came with the saw. And just drop them down into that box. So this little panel comes right off the top. All right, I can't get my thumbnail under it, so I'm going to use a little smaller screwdriver. Let me show you. Right here, behind the priming bulb, this thing actually fits into the lip. So you have to prise it up from the back and then pull it backwards, and it pops right out. And you see the fuel line right here. Now, and there's an insulation layer here with another line here. But that fuel line, if it was placed from the factory in such a way that it was too tight, it can pinch there. And all I did, mine was, I don't remember how it was, but I simply moved this thing, and to find out it was working, I simply went to my priming bulb and pressed it. And once it sucks full fuel, you know that you're working. Then I laid this thing back, and I made sure that I had plenty of line so that it would not pinch up here. I know there's not a lot of light right inside that saw. Let me turn it there. But you want to make sure that you don't have it pinched right there. So I just laid that so, and you're going to take, I know I'm not laying it so because I only have one hand with the camera here. But you're going to put it back into place and make sure that this front lip goes right into that groove there. And then you put your screws back in and the saw works just fine. So it's a real easy fix. There's my 2 screws. I just placed them back in. You heard it pop there. So 1 screw here in the corner, 1 screw there, and with no mechanical experience, no chainsaw experience, you don't need to be a chainsaw tech to be able to make this particular fix. And you don't need to take the side covers on either side off. That panel is easily accessible and easily replaceable. So there is your fix. I'm the Bald Guy, and I hope that helps you to make your saw run as it should. By the way, after putting this saw back together, I've cut a number of branches off a tree. I've even cut some really dry stuff with it. Hickory, which if you know hickory, there's a reason they make axe handles out of it. The saw's working just fine. So hope you enjoy your little saw as much as I am. I'm the Bald Guy. Hope to see you on the next video.